Well, I was going to keep this on one video, but I hit the wrong button and I ended the video. But anyway, to finish this trailer brake install, you have to go get you one of these electric brake control units, modules, controllers, whatever you want to call it. This one already had one put in it as far as the bracket was here, but I had to change the bracket out because it was wider than this unit is, but the module was gone. And it was simple. I mean, just took the screws out of the other one and put this one on there, and then a screw on each side of the module to put it on. And some of these, you have to read your instructions. Some of them have to be almost level because they work off of inertia. How much stopping power it's experiencing. It's kind of like an egg on a table. When you tip up one end of the table, the egg wants to roll over, and the faster that egg wants to roll, the more power this will give your trailer brakes. It will increase the voltage to the brakes, and that's set by here, and then your gain is over here. But anyway, to connect that was real easy, because the end of your module's got a connector on it, and I got a vehicle specific harness connector, and it's got this connector on it that matches your brake controller. So you just plug it in, then kind of loop it around under the dash here so it doesn't get caught in the steering wheel or get your foot caught on it applying the brake or the gas. You don't want that to happen. And I know you can't see, I don't have my flashlight, but there's two connectors under here that this goes into. There's a brown one there, and then there's one up here by the fuse box. It's gray. I don't really know what that connector is for, but the brown one is the connector that it uses, and it will fit either connector. I did experiment. I plugged it into that one and nothing happened with the module. But when I plugged this one in, when I pushed the brake pedal, I got a signal. So I know that was working. Anyway, that is done. If that module had not been previously installed, sometimes you have to go in under the hood, and your trailer brake wire might be just routed up here by your fuse box. I think it's always going to be like a 10, maybe an 8 gauge blue insulated wire, and you might have to plug it in, but it'll plug into the fuse box. There'll be a spot to plug it in, or bolt it down and be an eyelet. But this one, having already had one put in it, the module, all I had to do was just hook up that harness connector. It took 5 minutes to put that in. And one last thing on these trailer connectors, I like to get a plug cord that's, get it focus, that's bonded, and it's not one of them $6 Chinese units that the end comes out of this housing. You slide it out and you connect the wires to the screws, and I like this to be a sealed unit. And when you put that on, this goes right back in there, just about a foot further back where that junction box is. But you want to leave yourself, if you got to wrap it around the jack handle or the jack shaft, 1 or 2 times, so it doesn't drag. Your next vehicle that you might pull this trailer with, the connector could be over here or something, and when you get into a hard right-hand turn, you're going to have more slack So just don't cut your cords off too short and shoot yourself in the foot. It's not a bad thing to have a little bit of extra cable there, but this is a good cord, and if he doesn't go off and leave it dragging, you want to, when you store it, you want to leave it tied around there, and maybe come in back this way, so that when you hook on, if you forget to hook your power cord on, you're not going to be dragging it and wear it down and ruin a good cord. But when you go to use it, then pull it off and leave it. I don't think there's enough room for it, possibly. Yeah, I think there's enough room there for you to get into a good tight turn. There'll be plenty slack. So that's the end of this, and got good brakes and tires and wheels, and he's ready to go. You guys have a good day out there. Happy Veterans Day to you fellow vets. God bless you.